Okay, conflict. It's what this week's practice tip is about. Conflict is a part of life. It's a part of interacting with other people. And when we're in the legal field, it's just a part of what we do, right? The adversarial nature of what we experience. But conflict just comes up whenever there's a group of people that are naturally together and working together in different kinds of relationships because we're all different. And conflict, it can't be avoided and it cannot be eliminated completely, but it is possible to manage and resolve conflict and to learn from it. So it can be something that can be really approached in a constructive way. So during this practice tip, we're going to find out how to manage conflict and what's really key in being able to move through conflict effortlessly. So we know that it can be constructive if it is approached with an open attitude. We want to have diverse backgrounds and minds and all together on our teams. And if we have diversity and different opinions about things and we know how to approach that, then we can make things even better. Right? If we're open to that, I have a different opinion than you and why you have that opinion. And then maybe if I can listen to you and you can listen to me, then we can find some middle ground that might be even bigger than what either one of us originally thought. So the key is to approach with an attitude of curiosity. Curiosity is such a superpower. Rather than thinking, how can I win this conflict? You can think, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this person's point of view? And you can do this by trying to see the issue from their perspective as well as yours. And think about that they may have a point of view that you could learn from. When I hear someone say something that is opposite of what I currently believe, one statement I usually put out there is tell me more. I want to learn more about that. I want to open the space to be able to listen to you. Gandhi said that peace is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to cope with it. And so, what I want to give you is just some really key tips that if you start to become aware of these, it will help you to move through conflict more easily. So it's not that you're not going to have to deal with conflict, but it's about how you deal with conflict that's important. So the mere absence of conflict doesn't mean that there's peace, right? There can be conflict brewing underneath the surface with people. And people often try to, we have people who try to avoid conflict, especially when it comes up in our personal relationships or in our work relationships. So one of the keys that's really important is not to have where we are silent. It's important to have good communication, both in explaining your point of view, but also in listening to the other person's point of view. And that really means trying to listen, not to respond, but to listen to really understand, to receive clarity about where the other person is. So, when was the last time that you really did that? When you felt that someone was thinking in a different way than you, that you really just decided, I'm going to listen to try to understand. That is a component that's really key in having emotional awareness. Being aware of how you feel and what the other person is experiencing also helps to control the situation. So if you find yourself starting to get angry about something in a conversation, take a break, reset, take a deep breath, calm down. You cannot be open with curiosity if you are triggered in that kind of state. The other person is getting upset. Know when it's time to diffuse the situation. If parties are upset, the dialogue is not possible. You've all experienced this in some way or another. We're less likely to listen to others when we're really in a triggered state. So, to have good communication means that we have to have self awareness about what state we're in and whether or not we're in an open space, which is the next key, is to really being open to others' perspectives. Just because someone thinks differently than you doesn't mean they're saying that you're wrong. Ask questions and evaluate the situation from many points of view. Try to be, that superpower of really tapping into curiosity. If you were a child that wanted to know more, what would the questions be? I can remember when my daughter was about 5, she was in a mode of just questions, 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 questions. Why this? Why that? Right? But that's a really great way to tap into curiosity and not be in it like taking it personally that someone has a different view than you. So these are the skills that are really important in learning to be able to navigate through conflict without it exploding and affecting performance and affecting relationships. All right, I'll see you for the next practice tip soon.